IRS Form 13844, Application for Reduced User Fee for Installment Agreements. So this form, most taxpayers won't use this form unless they've requested to enter into an installment agreement with the Internal Revenue Service. And if that's the case and you've agreed to installment payments under an installment agreement plan, then certain low-income taxpayers may be able to either reduce or eliminate their user fee for entering into that installment agreement. So depending on the type of agreement, the length, you can reduce this user fee down to $43, and in certain cases this $43 fee may even be waived or reimbursed as long as the taxpayer meets certain conditions. So we're going to walk through this form. We're going to discuss a little bit about the eligibility criteria, but so that you know, this really applies to individuals with adjusted gross incomes of at or below 250% of the poverty level guidelines as updated by the federal government, specifically the Department of Health and Human Services. So if you are a low-income taxpayer and you agreed to make debit payments, electronic payments through a debit arrangement, then the IRS can waive the user fees for this installment agreement. If you're not able to make electronic payments, but you still have an installment agreement in place, then the IRS can reimburse your user fees once you've completed the install and made all the required payments under the installment agreement. So this user fee application only applies to individuals. This is not for corporations or partnerships or other entities. It's specifically for low-income taxpayers. So it's a very straightforward form. If you're an individual, you're just going to walk through these steps. If you are not able to make electronic payments through a debit process, then you would check the box in box 1. However, if you don't check this box, it means that you're able to and you're choosing not to make those electronic payments. So if that's the case, then your user fee will not be reimbursed upon completion. So make sure you know whether or not you can make debit payments, but if you can and you choose not to, then you won't be reimbursed your user fee. Family unit size. This is one of the criteria, and we'll see on the back kind of how this works, the grading criteria. So family size, and then the income level either in the 48 contiguous states, Alaska, or Hawaii. These are the income thresholds that represent 250% of the poverty level as determined by the federal government. So enter the number of people in your family to include yourself and your spouse, and then enter your adjusted gross income from your most recent tax return. So most taxpayers will find this on line 11 of their Form 1040. Simply write in your AGI and then compare this information to the table down here that we just walked through. This will indicate to you whether or not you're eligible based on the low income taxpayer AGI guidance. So as an example, if you reside in one of the lower 48 and you have 4 members in your family and your AGI is $60,000, then you would be considered a low-income taxpayer because that allowable limit is $75,000 and your AGI is below that. So if your AGI that you entered is larger than this guidance, then you're not considered a low-income taxpayer. So the final part on page 1 is you must sign and date the certification form part of the form on the back, which we'll get to momentarily. But most importantly, any application for low-income taxpayer status for installment agreement purposes will not be considered if you submit this more than 30 days after the date on the installment agreement acceptance letter. So keep this in mind when you file for your installment agreement. Once you receive the approved letter back, the acceptance letter from the IRS, you have 30 days to submit your Form 13844 for consideration. And finally, on the back, enter your name, your spouse's name, your respective social security numbers, and then your signature and spouse's signature under penalty of perjury that you're eligible as a low-income taxpayer. So obviously, you would want to be truthful since you're submitting the IRS information on an IRS form that you derived from another IRS form. If there's something suspicious, you can rest assured that the IRS will probably be able to catch that. So, and for the amount that of money that you're saving from your setup fee, it's probably not worth jeopardizing your status anymore. So that's it. This form helps you very quickly determine whether or not you are eligible as a low-income taxpayer for a reduced user fee on any installment agreement that you have set up. If you like this article, if you like this video, we've written an at-length article on how to walk through Form 13844. We also have articles on how to set up your installment agreement. Simply go to our website, teachmepersonalfinance.com, type in IRS Form 13844 in the search bar, and our instructional article will appear. We'll also post any related article links to the comment section on this video, on this YouTube video. If you like our articles, please subscribe to our newsletter. If you like our YouTube videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let us know by posting a comment in the comment section or sending an email. Thank you very much and have a great day.